We're on. Don't swear. Wait, why aren't you popping up on my... Oh, there you are. I'm like, hang on a minute. Why aren't you showing up? Yeah. I love that this guy's just introducing himself to me as though he's not been my sole supplier of shrimp for the past few months.
You only want him for his shrimp.
True. Because I tried catching the shrimp and I've no idea where they are.
Have you got to use like a different net or?
Well, I don't know. I've only got the one thing.
You probably find out by talking to him.
Yeah,
You've just been ignoring him.
probably. So now I'm going... Oh. Hang on. Oh. There's a spelling mistake. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Got a day.
I gotta die. Oh, you sell hats? But you... Orders are quiet today. Yeah. Where do I get the shrimp? I've got a squid dish that earns me like £1 trillion. What is it? Main course. It earns me $260. So I need more squid. I suppose I need to talk to everyone. Oh no. I think she likes me. A heart just popped up on her head, so I assume I've spoken to her enough.
You just go, oh no. I think she likes it. Oh no.
Honestly, that's my idea of hell. No one's here. Whatever. I'm still highly amused that the assistant is also called Alice. That amuses me greatly. Talk. Have you ever suddenly need a mint? Because I do. Oh, I don't want to be friends with you. You stinky. Stinky. Uh-oh, stinky.
Uh-oh, stinky.
Don't need asparagus, don't need spinach. I don't know how to upgrade the fridge. Fresh fruit. I'll take some grapes. It's weird because these recipes need like 5 at a time. Which is a bit rough. Yeah. Cranberries. It's a very loud noise. I might have to turn down sound effects. Sound effects down. What's the difference between music and ambient?
No.
Maybe I'm just stupid. Oh, I can't listen to this man talking about his meat.
Of course. What else are you going to talk about though?
Man has one job. Oh wait, hang on, I need to talk to this lady who's apparently a government employee. It's weird, there's so many like just people in this town. Like NPCs. Not people we can talk to, but just random people wandering around.
I was going to say there's quite a few.
I mean, I could be a bag of trash. I'm the trash man.
No, he's trash man. Full trash all over the ring.
Oh, build research facility. Barbecue resource facility. Research. So we need 20 plant roots, 8 copper ore, and 10 iron ore. Okay. Again, the music is loud. Enough. Cease. Also, I've unlocked a perk that when I go to the library, there's a chance I can unlock recipes. Which I think is pretty fun. Most of the times, I get nothing. But sometimes I talk to children. by accident.
Oh, you're joking. My
I-
headset has just decided to die on me, and I've got a
You'll love
switch.
that. You'll love to see it. Just a book about computers. See, like... Talks about packages under the desk, but when I go to have a look, there's nothing there. Bobom? Bobom? This is the librarian's desk, and there's nothing here that I can acquire, which is rather annoying. Give me free things. Are you back?
Let me change my input again.
She is not back just yet. So I need to get some squid for the good recipes, I believe. Because the critic is coming whenever I open the restaurant next. So I've got to be careful. Do I have like a fish diary? No is the answer to that. Where do I find the fish? I found it in a river, but squid don't live in rivers. There's the pheasants. Apples. We need apples for everything. Didn't realise that, so I just stopped collecting them. Boy, was I surprised when we ran out of apples. Okay. I need some of this to make flour. It's weird, they give me like machines to make flour, machines to make tea and stuff, but they're massive. I suppose I probably should upgrade the restaurant. No, that's probably what I need to do, or what the game assumes I would have done by this point. I'm a simple man. And I was wandering around trying to find where tea grew.
Right.
Do you want to see where it grows?
Oh, where is it?
It's these little things on the wall.
Oh.
Which is crazy. I had to Google it because there is no way I would have figured that out myself.
I was going to say, it's not very obvious.
Absolutely not. Okay, just a bit more. I assume we're gonna...
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, I assume we do something more with this eventually. Or it
Oh, yeah.
happens at some point. Unless that's only for the... What's the opposite of early access? Full release.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And now we fish for squid. I think I'm getting better at the fishing, but I need to figure out how to upgrade my rod. That's what she said. Give me squid. Tuna. Of course it's tuna. It's always tuna. Who is it?
Sorry. My phone's just vibrated like really loudly. Who is this?
Like, I just keep getting like spam text messages that are obvious scams. I'm like,
I
no,
get ones where it's like, we
thanks.
tried to deliver your parcel today, but you weren't in. And
Yeah.
I'm like, babe, I'm always in.
Honey buns, I don't leave the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going to Wagamama's tomorrow.
Wagamama's. Fancy.
Gotta use my voucher.
Oh, if I'm actually going then. What are you going to get?
I'm not too sure. I might go for my usual, which is like a bagatsu, but yeah, I don't know.
you see that apparently McDonald's are bringing in the katsu chicken wrap?
No.
Apparently I'm in on the McDonald's menu leaks. Enough with the tuna. No one likes tuna. I won't lie, I prefer fishing in Traveller's Rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. The update's tomorrow, isn't it?
Yes, the Christmas update.
We're never going to see you again, are we?
I don't know.
Like, I'm still...
I check in, I clock in.
You clock in. Like, I still make the recipes from, like, the Halloween event, because they're just so much easier than everything else.
What recipes did you get for the Halloween one? I
got 2.
Oh, the blue one and the
pink one? Yeah.
Drinks?
Yeah.
If you got to, like, the 3rd level, you could get a cauldron and make it out of a skull mug.
Oh, as if.
Yeah, it's like a mix of those 2 drinks. And then you have to have, what are they called? It was like a summoning circle. There's like an additional thing to have, but you can't buy it anywhere else. No, so I'm like saving mine. Because it's like the Halloween event that you can only buy.
So sad.
From the ghoul.
The ghoul.
The ghoul.
Finally a squid. Part of me does wish that there was bait in this game so I could like specifically target the squid population of this river. Probably shouldn't waste all my energy on this because I've got to go get the ore. The iron ore.
Oh, she longs for the mines.
The children yearn for the mines. It's true. Also, I hate the fact that I lose health if I just accidentally walk into one of these creatures.
Oh.
Like, I am not a clever man.
I'm looking forward to being able to, like, fight stuff in Traveller's Rest.
I just want more to do. You know, like, quests and NPC-wise and stuff. Like, I want a goal. But I suppose it's just the point that the game is in. This is why I don't like early access. Admittedly, I know this game's also early access, but... Oh, just everything, like... You want the full game.
Yeah.
You just want...
Because you're like, this could be so... Like, it's going to be so good. When it's finished. Because you're enjoying it so much now, but it's like, this could be good. Could be big.
They're cooking.
Yeah.
And we've got some cranberries. Not a huge fan of cranberries. Like, the place I went for my work's Christmas party... They had, like, a cranberry pizza. Cranberry sauce on a pizza. And I'm like, absolutely not.
What do you mean?
No. No, thank you.
What is it with?
Cheese.
No, but I mean, like, is it not...
No, it was just, like margarita pizza with cranberry sauce on that had been baked.
Oh.
And I'm like, ooh. Ew. Brother, ooh. Not for me, I'm afraid. So this is the mines that we have found. And there's like a really spooky house here. And then I always find it hilarious in this game, in these types of games where they're like, oh, you know, you need to go find like iron ore and copper ore and like quartz or whatever it is. I'm like, in real life, if you sent me out to go find some iron ore or whatever it is with a drill, we'd both be out of luck. I'd just look at you like you were crazy.
Definitely. Right, the drill is I
Questionable.
thought it was like a chainsaw, is it?
Why'd you be using a chainsaw to...
I don't know, it looks like a bit like a chainsaw.
Oh, now I'm running out of energy, so I'm going to have to come back here later.
When you walk, do you use energy for that?
I don't think so. I think it's just when you do stuff. But obviously I've done a lot of fishing today. I'm no good at fishing in real life. I wouldn't know what to do if I caught something. I'd just panic.
I used to go fishing with my dad, but doesn't feel great now that I'm, now I'm older. Because I'm like, a fish, that's a living thing. And I've just shoved a hook through its mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel good.
Like, if it was fishing without the fish, well, I suppose you can just, like...
Hook a duck.
Throw...
Basically, hook a duck.
Just throw some string in the water.
It's basically the fairground ride with hook a duck.
Pretty
Because
much.
the ducks aren't real. But, yeah.
Just, like, the peace of being there.
Just being outside, it's like got some good memories for me where like mum would pack a picnic and we'd just be there all day in the sun, and dad would have to like hook the things for me, like
Yeah, I was... Put the worms on.
maggots.
Oh,
You'd buy
used
maggots
maggot.
from the fish shop.
We got to dig up worms. We had that joy.
Oh. So it was, although sometimes we'd use like canned meat or sweet corn. But yeah, I couldn't touch the maggots. They did make me feel a bit sick. And then I didn't want to touch the fish after. So I'd just hold it in the water and then pull it out. And then my dad would get off the hook for me and then put it back in the water. Or like we'd take a picture with it and then we put it back in the water.
I used to like, on the beach and stuff, you have rock pools.
Oh yeah.
I used to love just going and staring into those for a while. That was a way to keep little Alice amused.
My dad saved a kid on the beach once.
Oh.
He where you get like the sand dunes?
Mm-hmm.
He was digging. This kid was digging, like no adults around. He was digging in the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And he was in up to like his waist, and he kept going, and then it collapsed on him. The hole. He was in the hole, and he couldn't get out. And he would have suffocated, but my dad saw him, grabbed his legs, and pulled him out.
That's really good. Well, not good that it happened, but good that
the
child
that my dad
was
there,
saved.
'cause he would have died otherwise, because like no one was around. But yeah,
crazy those kinds of things, isn't it? Like, yeah, where you nearly died but don't, just out of pure luck.
Did I ever tell you I almost went blind one time?
No.
Or like I might have lost my eye. So I was looking back. I was like, something must have been watching out for me, because I was like, I think about it and I feel sick now. But I did textiles in high school and college, and I think it was high school, and I was doing like a sewing project on my bed, and I lost my needle.
Oh, do I want to hear this story?
Nothing happened. I'm safe. But I threw myself. I couldn't find it. I packed everything away. And when you sort of like throw yourself back like on your side, and your head hits the pillow. So my head hit the pillow, and like an inch away from my eyeball, the needle was sticking out of the pillow.
Oh.
So it would have gone like in my eye or my temple. but yeah.
Oh, that makes me feel
It was-
ill.
It was very close, and I'd never done stitching on my bed since, unless I like found a needle.
Yeah.
But it was in my pillow, and I proper threw myself on that, and it would have really done some damage. Yeah. Yeah, I think about that and I get like chills. I'm like, oh, someone was watching
Someone
over
was there.
stupid me. Honestly, they must have been like, girl, you're not a cat. You're not a
Like-
cat. There's 9 lives. They're working overtime.
Because I
Like,
was
please.
I was fully prepared for it to go through your eye. Like,
Well, you know I'm not blind.
no, but you know, there's like things that they can do. Like they stick needles in eyes all the time.
True.
As grim
But
as that sounds.
I think, like, as far as stories to tell, I think that would probably be one of the first things I tell people when I'm like, oh, yeah, my eye. Like, oh, do you want to hear a story about, like, when you get to know someone, you'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
this happened to my eye, you know? I would have worn, like, a cool eye patch.
Yeah, that would have been so cool.
Eye patches should definitely make a comeback. Like,
Yeah, but then it's like,
I mean, for people who, like, want to use them, need them, blah, blah.
yeah, like,
Not like, I mean, unless you want to, like, just wear an eye patch. But, I guess.
yeah, you know, people get like annoyed with that kind of thing. Like, oh, they're pretending to be disabled or whatever it is. I don't know. I know nothing. I don't even know my own address, let's be real here.
You getting deliveries sent to your parents. We didn't order this.
They just get a phone call from me and they're like, aha.
This is why.
Like, in the whole address, there is one digit that's different.
No way.
Yeah. It is a single digit in the whole address, like including postcode, street name, all that.
Wow.
So, you know, it's acceptable, right?
Yeah. I'd say so.
Yeah. And it's just habit. Like, it's been over 20 years of the same address.
It's been 20 years.
To be fair, I have only just learned my own phone number. And I've had that since I've had a mobile phone. So these things take a while for me.
Yeah, I get that.
Like, it's going to be really awkward when I lose my phone. And someone's like, oh, well, you know, who do you want us to call? And I'm like, it doesn't matter. I don't know any of their numbers.
I don't know my number. I only know my mum's mobile number and my mobile number. No one else. I struggle with birthdays, to be honest.
Same. All I know is our old landline number, but we don't have a landline anymore, so that doesn't help.
We had to change our landline number because we kept getting like a load of like survey calls and like spam people. Yeah, so we changed the number.
It's so frustrating, like the amount of like scam calls you get. Like, I don't even answer the phone anymore. If it's a number I don't recognise, good luck.
Yeah.
Send me a text.
I used to not mind answering the phone and stuff, but I had quite it was just like a really awful conversation. This guy rang up from a call centre. And, you know, I was being friendly. I was like, I bet, you know, they're all like terrible. I bet people are like really awful to people in call centres. And I was just like, you know what, I'll just, you know, be chatty, chill, told him I'm a nice day and everything. And he started asking all these really like invasive questions, and he was like, oh, how old are you, and all of this. And I was like, this is feeling weird. And basically I was like, right, I'm gonna go, bye. Hung up, and he literally kept calling, and I counted and he called back 20 times. Like I answered a few, and I was like, don't call again, stop calling. And in the end I had to get like my sister to come round and tell him to stop calling because we were going to phone the police. because he just wouldn't stop, and it was like ringing, ringing, ringing. Yeah, it was awful, and I was like, I hate answering the phone now.
Yeah.
So if anyone calls and it's like not anyone I recognise, I tell them like I'm the cleaner, I'm house sitting, blah blah blah. I just make up an excuse. I'm like, no, they don't live here anymore.
But the thing is, I do that even when people knock on the door.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've done that before. When
Yeah.
They say they come round and they're like, oh, do you own this house? And I look at them. I look down. I'm in my hoodie or my onesie.
Yeah.
And then I look up at them, and I say, I'm really sorry, I'm house sitting, or like I'm dog sitting if the dog's there.
Well,
And then they're like, oh, yeah.
I had some Jehovah's Witnesses, and I was trying to be nice to them, and I'm like, sorry, I'm not interested. Sorry, I'm not interested. And then they're like, oh, can we just like come in for a quick chat?
No.
And I just looked down and I'm there in my pajamas, and I said, this really isn't a good time.
You just make something up. Like, it just, it's just going to have to be more outrageous every time that they do it. We've got some, I think they're deterred by the fact that there's no car on the drive during the day. So they usually just post a note through, and it's like a handwritten note.
Yeah,
and like
that's
a card,
really
like a
creepy.
hand-painted card. And I'm like, oh, it's Jesus is gonna come save me, is he? Is he gonna buy me a house?
So you're going to pay the rent.
Is he? Yeah. And I was like, is that how he's gonna save me?
I don't know. Part of me like envies their conviction and their religion, but part of me's just like, please leave me alone.
Oh yeah, like the confidence to believe in something bigger than yourself. Like the sense of community is quite nice.
Yeah.
And like having other people who have like a similar shared interest, but it's yeah. I don't know, not for me.
Tuner
But
again.
good luck to anyone who does. I knew like quite a lot of people who went to church and stuff growing up. Yeah. It's never been for me.
I went to a Church of England school, and that had minor church elements to it, but
Oh yeah, we had all the. I think I went to one because we had all the hymns and the RSE or RE was always like Christian focused first.
yeah, I think we only learned about Christianity.
Buddhism.
I think they tried to teach us about Islam and then just stopped. And then what else did they try and teach us about? You can tell I didn't really pay attention because for some reason our RE lessons were just really bad.
Yeah.
Like it was
They were like, oh, you can do your homework in this lesson.
yeah, pretty
Basically.
much.
Pretty much.
Like, we called it like a DOS lesson. They'd give us like a colouring in sheet of Jesus talking to the disciples, and I'm like, honey bun, I'm like 13, what is this? Oh, we had this thing in like later years, and they called them independent learning assessments. And it was like homework, but like really intense homework. Like it would take you hours to do. Like all over various different subjects. And there was one for RE and I just didn't do it. I think I just scribbled some things down and then my teacher was like, oh, I'm really disappointed in you. And I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, she wouldn't let us speak in lessons. She'd just give us a book and tell us to read. And if we started talking to each other or did any kind of other interaction that wasn't reading, we'd get shouted at.
Yeah.
And that was just really bizarre. And eventually I did just stop going. It wasn't, let's be real, it wasn't for me.
My high school was like, it was when I went, it was like the top one in the area. And when I left, it started going downhill because basically like wasn't as good as they all said it was. But did you have to like stand up for your headmaster and be like, good morning, blah, 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 like Mr. blah, 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 or
No.
good afternoon, Mr. We did. And it was an English lesson we had a supply. And he came in the room and I was sat on the table right by the door. I looked up, didn't realise it was him, and then looked down again and carried on doing my work. And like I'd been getting on with everything for like ages, and the guy next to me was like doing the same. He didn't even look up, he just carried on doing his work, was so focused. The room is quiet, and then I just like he stands in front of the desk and yells at the top of his lungs like, "How dare you be so disrespectful!" Like at the top of his lungs, and I was like, "Oh, I crapped myself." I shot up. Like I looked around, I was like, "What is he talking to me?" And everyone else in the class is standing up, and I was like, "Oh God!" Stood up, and he was like, "What are your names?" You know, and I think he like I didn't realise, but he had a guest with him, and I think that's why he proper went off on one, but he was an arsehole anyway. But he was just, yeah, he was like one of those old school teachers, like you could tell that he was hit in school as a child, and he probably thought that corporal punishment should come back. But yeah, he was vile. I hated that man.
Yeah, no, we had a female head teacher, and
Yeah.
in high school, and she was married to one of the maths teachers.
Ah, of course.
And it's amazing how many of the teachers were actually married to each other.
Yeah. 2 of our maths teachers got married while we were there. They like announced their engagement in class, and she was like showing off the ring. They were like the 2 youngest ones as well, so it was like, you know.
I couldn't imagine like working with someone I was involved with.
Yeah, like working all day with them, and then going home
with
seeing them. Yeah, all that time.
And then,
And then, what about if you've got work drama?
Exactly, that's what I was thinking. Like, if you've got issues with them,
or there's no extra drama that you can talk to each other about because you know the situation.
Yeah, like what do you talk to each other about if you've got nothing like to add to each other?
What do you talk about?
Yeah, it is weird. What do people in relationships talk about? Because they're with each other.
So there was a thing, and they were saying, my friend sent me a message, and she was like, apparently couples talk to each other like max like half an hour a day.
Oh.
And she was like, I'm always like yapping to my partner. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I don't know, you'd like watch a show and you talk about that, and like you send them videos and you talk about that, and then you talk about work, or like.
I was gonna say, because I'm a yapper as well. I'm a massive oversharer. Yeah. Like
I would be yapping.
If you get me going, I just won't stop talking. Which is probably why I'm single. Considering these people only talk to each other for half an hour every day, or an hour every day.
I just feel a bit strange. I was like, that can't be right.
Have we already done our rock harvest for today? Probably. Also, hello, chefing is going great. I am harvesting resources because we have a restaurant critic arriving soon, so I'm trying to make the restaurant good. How are you doing today?
Right.
I'm lost. Okay.
Just editing. Hang on. Finding a million different little screenshots that I should have added earlier.
You're in the wrong place to ask that question. People on Twitch surely are in relationships. Oof, called out. Called out. I'm sure some of them are. Oh, on a walk and listening to me.
Oh, very nice. You do have quite a nice voice though, Alice.
Well, so do you. Like, you get a lot of voice compliments.
I do get. And then they're like, please will you marry me? I'm like, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
Please, I am a child.
What?
Almost 30. I'm a child.
I'm a child.
Do not say that to me.
But I really hate listening to the sound of my own voice. Like, I don't know how you can do, like, YouTube videos and stuff and edit your own voice.
Oh, it doesn't feel like me. That's why.
It's just so weird when I hear it back. Like, my voice is really high pitched, apparently.
Mine has got lower. I think we spoke about this yesterday, but yeah. It used
Yeah,
to be
like you were going
higher
through
pitched.
puberty. And you
No, like
now
when I was
sound like
20.
this.
I was 20. I think I pitched it up
Mm.
because I was like, no one's going to be able to understand what I'm saying if I've got like my full accent out. Full frontal accent.
Get your accent out.
Get your accent out for the lads. Oh. And I mean, like, it's not a great accent. Like, if I had a Welsh or a Yorkshire accent, that's quite nice. Or Scottish accent. Quite nice.
Apparently, when I get really like excited or upset, my accent becomes more pronounced.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and people point it out, and I'm like, okay, and it makes me really self-conscious.
I'm really excited or really sad, and you're pointing out that my accent has changed. That's really helping the situation. Oh my god.
I know people that actually think their voice is cool as hell. Okay, so Morgan Freeman. Stephen Fry has a nice voice. Judi Dench. She narrated a Winnie the Pooh audiobook.
Oh.
I will accept that voice. Who else?
I honestly thought you were going to say Stephen Hawking. I was like, that is a choice. Because I do. It's very distinct. Like, you know immediately like who it is. Do you reckon he like painted? Not painted. Painted. How do you
Patented?
say it? Patented.
Patented?
Painted? Painted. Because it's a patent.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I think it's patented, but I could be incorrect.
Hang on, let me Google this. How do we say that?
Yes, he was in pain. That's not what we're saying. We're just two native English speakers trying to speak English.
Patented.
Patented. So I was right. No.
You were right.
Yes.
Patent.
I said paint. Okay, yep. Anyway.
You said pay. I said pan. And she said pay, and I said pa. No, so like I'd wonder if it was like only he could sound like that, like because you could choose from like different sets.
I'm not sure.
Imagine being able to sound like a famous person, like on your thing. So like,
well, I mean, some people do impressions, don't
Mr.
they?
T, Mr. T doing the voiceover for like.
Can you imagine if you meet me in real life and I just sound like Mr. T? Come on,
get out the way,
get back in the circle. Dang it. Whatever. I hate it here.
So what were we saying?
Something about people liking their voices. So did I. But I saw a thing that said that. Hang on, let me bring it up again. That Americans rhyme cross with sauce.
What?
The word.
No.
Apparently so. According to Tumblr, the word cross rhymes with sauce.
So it would be like crass.
Sauce.
Crass. I suppose if you're like from the south.
What, and just put W's into words?
Well, they do, don't they? They like stretch it out.
Dog.
Like, oh, bless your heart. Like that. Not quite like that, but. You know what I mean.
One thing's for sure, we shouldn't quit our day jobs.
Yeah, I could never put on like a southern accent. I can do accents, but only like if I'm feeling it.
Yeah, like occasionally I'll just break out in a random accent that is almost certainly either Yorkshire or unidentified.
I used to be able to do a very good Eric Cartman from South Park, but I can't do it anymore.
Oh, who's Gavin?
Gavin?
Yeah, apparently it's a dude called Gavin. Isn't it a bit xenophobic mocking Americans like that? Not that it's something wrong. Listen, they exist to be mocked, like...
When they stop mocking our teeth. And we stop mocking what is it when they say what? Because they mock us for saying about
Bottle
school
of water.
shootings, don't they? And bottle of water.
Well, did you hear about... So I saw this thing about the newest school shooting that was done by like a 15-year-old girl. Apparently...
Oh, it's a girl.
Yeah. Apparently she had a manifesto as a Google Doc that she like sent to everyone, but she didn't make it public. So it's like,
Right.
you know, like the whole access denied, request access kind of thing. But obviously she's in jail now.
So why would she? Oh,
So it's like, for goodness sake. It's awful. Genuinely awful.
it is awful. Like, you know. Oh, terrible.
America.
It was like 5 injured, 5 dead, or something, wasn't it?
I'm not sure, but like, just speechless is the word I would use.
Yeah.
I mean, she's just a woman after all, bruh. I'm just a girl. Coffee dispenser tea. Because I've got a tea dispenser now, so I can make people tea during their shifts, so they don't just bug out halfway through. Do you have anything worth shopping for? Ooh, she has a good drill. If I buy the good drill, can I sell you the 2 bad ones? No. Okay. Oh. If I was an android, this would be so much better. But sadly, I chose to be human. So
wait, can you choose?
Yeah, so in this game, you can choose whether you want to be human or an android.
That is cool.
And, like, androids get different perks and buffs and stuff.
Androids get
Yes.
racism.
Okay.
Because... Oh, wait, is this the game where they don't like androids?
No.
Or are they okay?
They're fine in this game. I don't...
There was a game that I saw that I don't know whether we might not have been talking about it. I might have just been thinking about it. There's one where they don't like androids in it, and it's like you're against like the oppression. You have to like prove to everyone that you're like a worthy android. I can't remember what the game's called. Oh my god.
Is that not Become Human?
Oh, maybe. I'm mixing up the Chef RPG with
With
another
Detroit
completely
Become
different
Human.
game.
Because I remember when Dan played that game.
I've never played it, so I don't know whether it is or not. Probably
No,
not.
I've not played it, but I've watched Dan play it. And honestly, that was hilarious. I wish he saved his VODs. But yeah, that was when you had to... where you're an android and you have to like convince them, don't kill me, or like rise up and kill them.
Oh, yeah, because it is... I've literally put game that hates androids and has come up Detroit Become Human.
You love to see it. Right, am I ready for this critic? Oh, it's a Sunday. None of the shops are open. I hate the fact that everyone just stands in the restaurant until it's time for them to work. It really creeps me out.
Yeah, I mean, like, in Traveller's Rest, they all, like, come to work, and then they
Yeah.
leave when the shift's over, like, so that's quite realistic.
Yeah, but these people, nah. They just stand there. They do. Let me show you their characters. So there is Camille, who is a chef from your old student days. There is Kwa.
Quah.
I don't know how to pronounce this name. Koa. How do you pronounce it? Kwa, who is also an old friend. You have Bianca, who's goth robot girl. She's not a robot, but she does like the robot work.
She's not a robot, but she does like robots.
Yeah, like she does the
She fixes them.
electricity and all that jazz. There is Uriel, who looks like that on a daily basis and has not yet been arrested. He is a butcher. There's Aloys. I assume that's like French for Alice, but still. Or maybe not because it's a dude. He's a fisherman. There is Milo, who is the fashion person and who has made us a banner.
Mm-hmm.
I can become a robot for her. Sir, we do not allow horny on main.
Huh? I've not got chat up. Hang on.
Please. There is Hazel, who is an android who was found in a dumpster, sells boba, and has a pet frog, also called Boba. There is Meilu, who I apparently don't know very well, but she's a farmer and she sells stuff. There is April, who is a fortune teller and who sells tea. There is Nabiha, who sells fruit, and she is a vegan. There is Thelio, the Helio, the Leo.
Yeah, like Thelio, like Theo, but
Yeah.
Leo, I guess.
So he's definitely male because Bianca used male pronouns when referring to him.
Gotcha.
He sells milk and wheat. Not to be niche, but yes. There's Priska, who is like the town clerk. We go to her to upgrade all our restaurant and unlock research facility,
They've
which is
got
what I'm
a
trying
lot
to
of
do.
NPCs
Yeah.
and stuff in this already.
There is Bowie, or Bowie,
Bowie, like David Bowie.
David Bowie, who is a very sad fish man, but boy, he knows how to sell a shrimp. There is Anna May, who made me some absolutely hideous lamps. There's B, who sells alcohol. There is Nassim, who owns the hotel I stay in, I believe. There is, Pomerine.
Yeah.
No, I don't know how else that can be pronounced. She is Crazy Woodland Lady, who gave me a bow. And I think it's her that I need to make friends with to upgrade my tools. There is Valentina, who is a clinician. And
I was gonna say she charged us for dying the other day.
Yeah, so we died and she charged us over 200 credits, which is just let us stay
It's like-
dead.
It was like a third of what we had.
Yeah, we had nothing at the end of it.
Yeah.
Then there is Lucius, and he is the restaurant critic who is coming to critique our restaurant, which is what I'm trying to set up for. These are all my employees that just stand around just waiting
never
for
go
me, I
home.
guess. Yeah.
Alice has imprisoned them.
No, I haven't. Okay, so we definitely want that. I mean, I guess we can just hope for the best that the critic likes our stuff. Fingers crossed. I don't know if that's terrible for Resurrection. I think it is. We were poor. Oh. Is that who I think it is? It is Random Man. It's a beautiful day and I'm in the mood to review a restaurant. I love he says it's a beautiful day and it's pissing it down with rain.
Of course.
Oh, everyone's just fangirling over him. He's not going to like my restaurant. Last service we had 2 people walk out because it was too
You're
slow.
gonna be like, die.
Can you imagine if people just died in this game? See, look at them all just standing there waiting. It really creeps me out. Interesting decor, thank you. I put it together myself, as you can tell. Pickles, I didn't make them any tea for the service. Oh, nuts.
no.
Everyone's just gonna go feral. Dang it, it's fine. It's fine, it's gonna be a cute little service. It's all good. Like, I did hire another waiter and another chef, so now I've got 4 of each. Technically, no. I can't count. I have 3 chefs, 4 including me. But I should have 4 waiters, obviously not including me, because apparently I can't hand people food. I am physically incapable of that action. And like some recipes are better than others, so I hope he orders the squid. Because the squid is an epic recipe. Oh, this watercress salad is quite curious. Oh no. That's never a good sign. But also for anyone watching, you can actually play mini games when you make the dishes, but I'm lazy. So I've just got it on auto cook. Because the mini games are fun for a bit, but then they're like, oh, okay. I guess I need to do another Dance Dance Revolution. Which I'm not very good at, because I have the coordination of a blind rabbit. Which I don't necessarily know how coordinated they are, but I assume not very. Someone deliver food to that man. Feed him. Nice. Oh, I forgot I've only got 1 grill. See, like, I've got this big milling machine in the middle of the way, and I just don't know what to do with it, so I probably am going to have to see how I can upgrade my shop. Dude, just hurry up. Say rabbits would do fine with just their ears and sense of smell. Interesting. I am not familiar with the anatomy of a rabbit.
I used to have rabbits. When I was little, I had babies. We got a boy and a girl. Well, we thought they were both boys. Turns out one was a boy, one was a girl, and they had babies.
They had a child.
They had children.
Don't they eat their children?
I don't know, sometimes. These ones didn't. They lived. I lived.
I was going to say there are like some species that... Is it hamsters? It might be hamsters I'm thinking of.
Yeah, and like guinea pigs and stuff like that.
Woo! We completed the service and no one died. Woo! I had rabbits when I was a kid. Never thought they'd taste so good. Very delicate meat. Oh no!
My nan and that they used to raise rabbits for meat.
I can't imagine there's much meat on a rabbit. In all honesty,
not a great deal, no.
Like I imagine it to be quite stringy. In all honesty,
know about that. I think they're alright.
I don't know. I don't think I would eat it if I knew it was rabbit. Like, I'm fine with trying things if I don't know what it is, but as soon as I know what it is, my brain's just like, nope. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Dish quality 39%. Out of 100.
Oh.
Oh. Oh no. It's fine, it's fine. I'll just leave and never come back. What's the worst that can happen?
Uh-huh.
I don't know how to get better. Maybe I do need to cook them, do like the mini games and make them better. I don't know. It's fine. No one really cares about restaurant critics, do they?
No.
See,
unless you got a rat in your hat.
Part of me would love to be a restaurant critic, but it's such a depressing job. And the stuff that you have to eat.
I don't know, like bloggers where they go, there's the guy on Instagram where he's like, if you can't take a date, take a mate. And basically he just goes to like a load of food festivals and restaurants, like independent places, and he tries all their stuff, and it looks like the best job ever.
Oh, there's one review that I'm going to have to send you. And it's about a group of people went to like a random Michelin-style restaurant, and they had like a sea foam that you had to suck out of a mould of the chef's lips.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was...
That's like the experience side of stuff that I'm not keen on.
I couldn't do it. Okay, this...
No.
Oh, Hazel's like, oh, let's look at this review, as though it's going to be good. It is not going to be good. We are going to be decimated. Oh, okay. Overall, my experience was generally good with some minor blemishes. Chef Alice is clearly a diamond in the rough, but a talented chef nonetheless. Why? True. I am moderately curious to see where Alice takes La Sequoia. I was going to say quinoa again. I was going to say quinoa again, just because my brain sees the Q and it's like, quinoa. In the near future. For now, it is a decent restaurant for a casual meal, but not a place to enjoy excellent cuisine. You know what? I'll take it. The interior was quite nice, with clearly some effort spent towards the decor. The good-looking interior has put me in a pleasant mood as I am seated at my table. Wait, what do you mean it was a completely vegan menu? Sir, there was elk ribs and squid.
So, not vegan.
I am...
Wait, what? Did he say it was an all-vegan menu?
Yeah, he said, surprisingly... quinoa, I'm going to call it quinoa from now on. Quinoa featured a completely vegan menu. But
you might want to message the devs about that.
Like, dear sir or madam, are you aware what vegan is? Fair enough.
I hunted that deer myself.
I did. I died. I paid £200.
I died for the deer.
It looks like he liked it. His reviews are far more critical. I'd say this is a win. He's a big shot critic from Billboard City. Billboard City? Listen, what we do in the shadows has ingrained itself into my psyche. So he's definitely not easy to impress. You should celebrate. Positive review. It should only get better and better. Be the best chef you can. Oh, I get 4 chairs. And no table? Okay. Hang on. Slimpy, today you learned what a pecan was. I can't tell if you're joking or not. I love pecans. Wait, let me... Do you mean you don't have any new mail? Okay, it's gone now. Although, I will say my favourite nut is a cashew nut. They're so good, but they're so expensive. Like, honey roast cashews.
Oh my god, yes. The ones from M&S.
Oh.
That we only ever get at Christmas if we're really bougie. That's like,
get in my belly.
Dream of a honey cashew.
Yeah, it's so good.
Do you know what is more expensive than those though?
What?
Pine nuts.
I've never had pine nuts.
They're really nice in like a fajita wrap, like you sprinkle them on top. But they're like £9 for a tiny little pack now.
It's crazy.
Bloody Brexit.
Curse you, Brexit.
It is, literally.
I knew what a pecan was, but as a word only, never knew what it looked like. Knew you could make pecan pie, but again, it was a mystery. Have you tasted a pecan, Slimpy?
Oh, a pecan pie. Love it. My friend does a good pumpkin pie.
So I say pecan, but I think...
completely irrelevant.
But I think Americans pronounce it pecan.
Pecan?
Pecan.
It's a pecan.
It's pecan.
Like a pelican.
Yeah, it's like... Yeah, it's pecan.
Pecan.
Birds are flying low. Smooth seas. Smooth seas never made a skilled sailor. I'm sure you're getting the hang of the ropes of your restaurant. Hold fast. This man's nose is disturbing. Oh, mystery
Their
recipes.
noses are red. They're either cold or an alcoholic.
Yeah. He's got shrimp. I
got
am buying all the shrimp from this man.
Hey, got shrimp.
Got shrimp. I need.
Got shrimp.
Oh, well, you did say that you've never seen one, but I thought today might have been the day where someone presented you with this singular pecan. Also, yeah, I pronounce it like the Americans. The Americans got to me first. I am so sorry, Slimpy. Slimpy. Didn't read it, too busy, sure the guy sucks. Hey, he said nice things about me. Oh, I can give you a gift. Ooh. I will buy the good fishing rod. But how do I delete, like, my equipment that I don't use? Is my question. Oh, I can just put it in the bin. Destroy item. Yes. No, I don't want to destroy the good drill. I want to destroy the bad drill. Oh, and the other bad drill, because I have two. I am not a smart man.
This is the bad drill. No, this is the bad drill.
I need to see what I need to upgrade the shop. First review must be exciting. It is. Oh, you know what I bought at the shop? Ooh. I bought it and I thought I was being very fancy. Baby sweet corn and something called mange tout.
Mange tout?
Yeah, which is spelt like mange tout. But I believe it's pronounced mange tout. It's basically
French.
Just...
And it's also French fella.
I've cursed you with this. I've cursed you with this knowledge.
Like for anyone who doesn't know, Alice said that phrase once, and it's stuck in my mind.
In your eyes.
It's stuck in my eyes. It's in my mind. Always.
And they're basically just like peas, I believe, or beans.
Yeah.
They look like little pea pods.
Mm. I've never had it. I ain't posh like you.
Well, they had them on sale in Tesco.
Of course.
You can get them on a 3 for 2, and it's like part of their like noodle section. So they have like a space where you can get noodles, a thing to add to them, and a side, and a sauce for like a certain amount of money. And so I just thought, ooh, I'll give this a bit of a try. So we will see how that goes, because they're like, oh, you should steam it. This is not just mange tout. This is steamed mange tout. And like, honey bun, I've got a frying pan, that's it. It's either getting boiled or fried. I do not have a steamer. So I'm hoping I can make some noodles and just throw them in.
Very nice.
This lady's saying, here's a tip from a social butterfly. Find a stranger at a friend's party and talk with them. Number 1, I don't get invited to parties. Number 2, ew. God himself cannot compel me to speak to a stranger at a party. Maybe you make a new friend. Maybe it's dinner for 2. Maybe it's just a nice chat. Oh, just sell me some berries, okay? I need grapes for the top. Sauce tier list. Peanut satay is my favourite.
Ooh, do love a peanut satay.
Yep. I do not wish to try any others. But the thing is, like, there's Tesco's own brand of peanut satay that I really liked, because there was quite a few, like, crushed peanuts in there. And then they've just stopped making it, so now I have to go with, like, the green... It's not Green Dragon. Is it?
Blue Dragon.
Blue Dragon. So now I have to go with that sauce, and it doesn't have half as many peanuts in.
That is a tragedy. Tragedy?
Tragedy.
A tragedy.
Honestly, my favourite part about streaming is learning English.
You mean like the way I say things? It's
To be fair,
definitely an education.
I still don't know the right way. Why can I not? I can never pronounce my R's when I stream.
Wide way.
The right way. The right way of pronouncing warg. W-A-R-G.
Warg.
Warg. Because that doesn't...
Wag.
That does not sound natural to me.
So some people say warg.
Yeah. Like, I would say warg, but I thought warg was a different thing. Like, W-O-R-G is a different thing.
Wow, it's spelled differently. Obviously.
Really?
Who knew?
Thank you for this valuable insight.
No, I mean, like, in Game of Thrones, they say warg and warg. I'm guessing, like, a warg is, like, the person, and to warg is to do the action.
But I thought one of them was like an animal, like a wolf. Like a big wolf. Big angry wolf.
A warg from, I would say Norse mythology is a wolf.
Okay.
Especially the wolf Fenrir that destroyed the god Odin in the Battle of Ragnarok. It's also in Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit.
Oh, that could be why I am familiar with it. Also, thank you for the resubscribe. 13 months. That's crazy. You've stuck around for
Love
over
to
a
see it.
year.
Yeah. You
Like,
are in
honestly,
the cult now.
I appreciate that. Imagine wanting to be friends with me for like a year.
Yeah, I don't know who would do that.
Absolute nightmare.
You get caught up in pronunciation of warg.
Yes, sorry, I realise that this is a chef game, but, you know, I have other priorities. I have to get Miss Marianne her medication. Talk to you isn't going to get that done. I'm your friend. Expand building. 30 grand? Excuse me. Oh, I can buy a house for 15.
I was gonna say, I was like a Starlight robbery.
But I want to barbecue. It is my dream to
It's my dream to barbecue.
barbecue, so I need 8 copper ore and plant roots. Okay. Oh, I think I need to level up as well. I have 4 points. 4 candles.
4 candles.
Greenhouse must be unlocked. I don't have the greenhouse.
Is the greenhouse the abandoned building?
Probably. Ooh, let's make our own alcohol.
You say that, but I actually looked into making honey mead because that was like that was almost my new obsession. I don't even like alcohol, but I was like, I want to make some. I saw it on YouTube and I was like, I need all the equipment for this. To start like my own brewery because my mum and dad, they make their own like gin and vodka, like raspberry vodka and slow gin and all of that. And they really like it's proper sweet. And I was like, oh my god, because the name Honeymead sounds so good.
It does.
And I was like, in fantasy settings, like you hear, oh, can I
have
a
the
mug of
mead
mead or whatever? And I was like, oh, that sounds so appealing, so nice. And then I smell what alcohol smells like, and I was like, this is rancid. This is like what you clean your house with. Has the qualities of bleach.
But without the taste.
I mean, it probably tastes the same. I was just like, any alcohol, I just hated it. Like, my mum was always like, oh, do you want to try some? I'd be like, can I smell it? And it would smell foul, and I'd taste some, and I'd be like, oh, that's like the worst thing I've ever done. And I'm almost 30 now, and I still don't like wine. And I don't even like cider. I like an alcohol-free cider.
Well, when I was on like the works Christmas party, they gave out like these tokens to be used on drinks at the bar, and they had like a really nice looking mocktail, and I'm like, oh, this is great, this is like bubble gum and raspberry flavour, let me try this out. So I go to the bar and they're like, oh, you're using the tokens? And I say yes. And they say, oh, well, you can only use that on alcoholic drinks. And I'm like, oh. Is that so? So I will say some of my friends got some very interesting messages from me that night, and I can only apologise for what I said in that state. So, yeah. Fun times,
Horrendous. Yeah, like anytime I was forced to drink when I went to Tenerife, and the boys just kept like bringing me drinks. They're like, oh, we're going to play a drinking game. And I was like, I couldn't even, my head, I was like, oh, I need to like lay down. My head was like on my shoulder, and I'd like sit up, and I'd be, oh, horrendous. Like, I hate being like out of control like that. I mean, I was literally just sitting there, but I mean, like, I feel like all your impulses are just ready to go. They're like I can do and say whatever I want, and then we didn't. I always feel like proper tense that I'm gonna. I was like the possibility that my impulsive thoughts would win out, and I would like jump in the pool or like say something and be like, haha, make a rude joke. And like offend someone or upset someone, and I'd just be like, oh no, I can't do that.
So luckily, I've only been like properly like fully drunk once, and I just went around saying, number one, I'm really sorry, I think I'm drunk, and number two, I love you. And yeah, that's all I remember from that night. Apparently they were taking me around town, and they thought the best place to take me was a Disney shop. So I'm not sure if you've seen the photo of me standing next to Iron Man doing the Iron Man pose, because I had a massive Iron Man statue there. I'll have to send it to you. And my friend sent it to me that morning, and I'm like, I have no recollection of this ever happening.
I have no memory of this place.
Yeah. I don't need alcohol to offend people. Honestly, it's kind of better, like, if you at least pretend that you're under the influence of alcohol, that way they can't get upset at you. Because you can be like, oh, I'm sorry, I said you smelt like yogurt. I was drunk.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, I'm being called. I'll be right back.
Okay. So, yeah, fun times. I don't normally drink, so I'm probably lucky in the sense that it takes me less to get tipsy. But I was really annoyed that I couldn't have any of the mocktails, because it sounded really good. Oh, new recipe. What have we got? Caesar salad, which is apparently vegetarian. Caesar salad's vegetarian. Interesting. I detest when people use I was drunk as an excuse. Does that often happen to you? Are you often insulted by people who then backtrack and say they were drunk? So we're just here for some more ore. With my good drill. I don't really notice a difference, but you know. Apparently it's better. Because we need iron to upgrade the shop, but also so I can get a brewing... I can get a beer run going. We don't mess with these biggies. I say as I would just walk into one and lose half my health. Not really, I just hate the idea of it. Honestly, understandable, to be honest. Like, I think people need to take responsibility for what they do, regardless of what state they're in. There may be some mitigating circumstances if it's things they cannot control. You know, like if someone's having a mental health episode or something like that. They do still need to take responsibility, but, you know, it's like, okay, I see why that happened. But if it's just someone getting drunk and doing something and they're being like, haha, I was drunk, I take no responsibility, electric chair. I haven't been around drunk people since I decided to never touch alcohol again. Honestly, good for you.
I missed all of that. What happened?
Don't worry. Me harvesting minerals
Oh.
and
I
talking
thought you were
about
going to say mint then. For
there,
some reason.
there is mint that is
We have
harvestable.
Mint?
There is.
Got mint?
Got mint. And I have completely forgotten what else I was about to say because of the phrase got mint. So, yeah. I got attacked by a pig in the caves, if that counts. I need to... What quest is it? Okay, so I don't have any quests just yet. I'm just vibing at the minute. I need money to buy a house and upgrade the shop.
I need a hoose.
A hoose? Is there a moose about this house?
Oh, the dream. To own a hoose.
A hoose. Couldn't be me.
You are living the dream.
Honestly, I'm not. You heard the squirrel in my gutter.
I can't believe that was so loud. Also,
I could hear it from the
like-
street.
it sound like when you were like, "Oh, it sounds like a cat" or whatever.
Mm.
It might have. Was it actually the squirrel or was
Yeah,
it?
no,
like-
it's actually the squirrel making that noise. Because I was
gonna
walking
say, 'cause,
down.
like crows and stuff. They can mimic like sounds.
No, I was walking down the street and I heard the noise, and I'm like, oh god, it sounds like it's coming from my house. So I come home and I like go to the back garden and I can hear it, but I don't see like any like cats catching birds or anything. And then like I look up and I see something move up there, so I grab my phone and like record it. And then just like the squirrel dashes down and onto the fence, and obviously you saw it in the recording, and the sound stopped after the squirrel left.
Wow.
So apparently that's the sound squirrels make. For those of you who don't know, I have basically a nature reserve in my back garden at this point.
Yeah, Alice is feeding the local population of birds and squirrels now.
Mhm.
She like when she first moved in, she sent me a picture of like her one bird feeder, and she was like, "Look at this I've put up." She's now got two,
Yeah.
and it just, every time she sends me a picture, she's like, "Look at them all." I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, like,
There is now like a flock that visits her.
I give daily updates on my
feast.
birds because I love my birds so much, so I give daily updates like, hey, look at all my birds, or hey, look
like,
at the
"Look at this big chonk."
squirrels. Yeah, look at the size of
Pigeons
this
are
lad.
massive.
And like the magpies, we've got jackdaws, we've got starlings, we've got finches.
Magpies are beautiful.
Yeah.
But it is a shame that they're like, "Oh my god, magpie, bad luck." Ah.
Yeah. Luckily, there's more than one, so I think
Ah.
I'm fine because you know the tale.
You need to be friends with the crows and have them bring you like little
I'm
gifts.
trying, but apparently I don't have crows. Apparently they're just jackdaws, and jackdaws are assholes.
Oh.
They kept breaking into. I've got a suet block cage.
Oh yeah.
But it opens at the side, and they've managed to peck it open and pull the suet block out. So I've had to start wiring both of them shut. That's how smart these creatures are. Yeah.
They're on to you.
I didn't necessarily tame them. They just know where to find food and water. And I've had to ration their mealworms because
That's the thing.
It's-
There was this woman. I saw. Oh, she was on TikTok and she started saying, she was like, "Guys, it's an addiction. You think you get one bird feeder and just like a little bit of seed, and then you start figuring out like the different types of bird, and then you research, and it's like, oh, well, they do better on this type of seed, so you get this one, and then you have a look at this, and then you're spending like 100 quid a month on all this bird
it's
seed."
so true. Like I bought a
Getting deep.
massive bag of racing pigeon food.
Oh yeah.
Cause like they were selling it as like, oh, this has everything they need, you know, it's healthy, it'll have all like the calories and stuff that they eat. But the thing is, they don't eat the sweet corn that's in there for some reason. None of the birds eat any of the sweet corn. So every couple of days I just have to go and scoop out the uneaten sweet corn and put fresh stuff out. Like, they're picky. They have the nerve to be picky.
In this economy.
In this economy. Like, do you know how expensive peanuts are? Very, is the answer to that. Oh, I'm going to need some more chilies and squid. Yeah, it's fine. They can have cranberry. We can have some grape tart, some apple tart. I don't want matcha cake because I need the tea. We'll just do a little service, little opening. And I shall wait for people to do the job. Oh, we also have robins. I love the little robins.
Oh, yeah. So cute.
Yes. Especially at Christmas. Robins just scream Christmas to me. There have also been 2 cats. Wait, hang on a second. I need to check something real quickly. Let me... Okay, no, it's a different cat. Just because there's a lot of neighbourhoods cat, my cat sent me a picture of a cat at his bird feeders. And I'm like...
Your cat?
No, like, just a random cat.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, your cat sent you a picture
No,
of
my
a cat.
No, my dad.
Oh.
Did I say cat?
I was like, hang on. What world are we living in where your cat has a phone and can send all this?
Yeah, so I've sent you the photo, and it's sitting on a fence, like that feeder's attached to a tree. Just
Okay.
look at it.
Wow.
Wow, she's just waiting. But I have a cat that comes and poops on my lawn. So that's less than ideal. I don't know what I'd do if I woke up one day and it caught one of my birds.
Oh.
I also have doves, which are different to pigeons. And, like, there's I have, like, a pair of them, and I like to think that they're a mated pair, and they just love each other very, very much. And they, like, come to my house on date night. You know, for, like, a fine selection of feed.
A fine selection of raisins. Not raisins. What are they called? Seed.
Seeds. Like, my Dorothy, the barley here is exquisite. Like, I do have a habit of just naming things random names. Like, I only thought I had 1 squirrel, so I called him Thomas, but now I've realised I've got 2 squirrels. So now I need another name for a squirrel. So if anyone has any squirrel names, please let me know.
Thomas and Timothy.
Well, I don't... How do you gender a squirrel?
I don't know. You could do... I don't really think they're bothered, to be fair. Are they?
I have no idea. But they're either like married or like mother and child. Because when I bought the house, my brother-in-law said he saw a squirrel running past with a baby in its mouth. So I don't know how squirrel families work. I really need to find a squirrel expert. But, like, the fact it's in my roof is worrying. Like, it ran past my windowsill, and that was scary. I live in fear of the local wildlife. But hey, I don't know. I think it's nice that the garden has some life to it. Because it's a nice garden, but it was very bare.
Grassy.
Yeah, like, just lawn. Which is fine, you know. Lawns are fine, but it could be so much more. And I want to get a little bee house when it's bee season and place for butterflies. Because, like, butterflies eat oranges. I eat oranges. Basically the same.
Oh, you're all funny.
You know, I like bugs. It's grey squirrel. So, you know, an invasive species. But we don't have red squirrels here anyway, so, you know,
Not anymore.
it's not going to change anything.
R.I.P. to the squirrels.
I think they have red squirrels in, is it Formby? Wherever
Yeah.
Formby is, I'm pretty sure they have red squirrels. Like, there's places you can go that have them, but they not in this neighbourhood, that's for sure. Just kind of sad, but it do be what it do be. Everyone's got to eat, you know. I don't know if the grey
Yeah.
squirrels eat the red squirrels, but you know, everyone's got to eat. Oh, I also put out like bits of bacon for them. Because,
Oh yeah.
Lord, I think I sound mildly insane. But you know, whenever I have bacon, I save like the bacon rinds. And then I
Yeah.
throw them out. And yeah, not the crows, magpies and jackdaws go feral for it. I don't know if squirrels eat it or not. Bacon, yeah. You know what bacon is. Or are you just confused about what I'm saying? Because I do think I'm going on a bit about these birds.
Alice's hyperfixation
Listen, I
on
have a
birds.
new special interest. And it is my children. Their children must feed. Birds do eat bacon.
Feed. That's all I can think of.
Yeah.
Oh.
Some birds do eat bacon. Some of them are like carnivores. Carnivores? You know what I mean.
Yeah, they have a little.
Yeah, they have
nibble.
a little nibble of the meat. Don't take that out of context.
Good grief. I need this.
I promise I'm not lying to you. I promise. Hang on, let me Google it. Because it's either that or the cat's been at it. But birds eat bacon. They eat fat. Which is
Yeah,
what's
like fat ball.
around the bacon. Do birds eat bacon? I spelled bacon wrong, but yes. Yeah. It says rinds and fat are an excellent source of protein for insect eaters. You can also offer beef fat and marrow bones. So, yeah. Yeah. I don't just like leave it in one big strip. I break it up for them. Because I don't want someone just to steal it all. So I break it up into little tiny pieces and just add it in. It's like a little treat. And then they do get their mealworms, but like I said, I'm having to cut back on that because they just love it. And it's really expensive. Like, who'd have thought that worms are expensive?
Yeah.
I need to, like, bulk buy them. But I don't know, that just seems a bit weird to me. You know, like, hello, sir, please can I buy 10 kilograms of mealworms?
Like, what have you got? I'm feeding the birds.
Good Lord, what has happened to this man? Time has not been kind. Oh, man. From now on, I'm going to throw bacon to birds instead of seeds to confuse people. Do it, but break it up for them. Like, don't just yeet big strips of bacon at them. And also make sure it's cooked. It has to be cooked.
Has to be cooked.
You stormed out of the classroom so fast. Look, it was just some feedback from your peers. This is part of the process. They didn't have to be so bitter, so critical, or today was a disaster, maybe I shouldn't be a chef. Okay, yeah. Any kind of minor inconvenience, the answer is today was a disaster, maybe I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing.
Of course.
You are a funny student, Alice. Okay. Maybe I should just quit. Any kind of minor inconvenience. This man is laughing at me, even though he says he's not laughing at me. You made me remember that I said the very same thing once. That feeling in you, the anger, even.
By anger.
Does the dev take feedback? The anger, the doubt, every great chef has felt these feelings before. Whether it's out there or here in school, criticism is part of life. Lies. I refute this. It's why we incorporate it into the curriculum. My hope is you learn what they are saying. I just suddenly lost the ability to read. My hope is that you learn what they're
Yeah.
saying and ignore how they're saying it. Besides, you made some bad dishes today. Bruh.
I thought you were gonna. I was about to say, does the streamer take? What did you say? Do the devs take feedback?
Yeah.
Does the streamer take feedback?
I do. Just please
And
put put it in this box marked bin. Do you know what you have that many of your classmates do not? My dashing good looks. I'm here to boost your spirits, not feed your ego. Oh. Confidence.
Same.
You let yourself shine through your cooking. You can follow a recipe, but anyone can do that. Sure. Okay. What makes a...
Can you imagine talking like that to your instructor? Like, oh no, not like okay.
Okay, senpai. Ooh. What makes a cook into a chef is their ability to make something only they could make, no one else. In my defense, I have made quite a few dishes that I believe only I could make.
I can burn some water if he prefers.
To find your signature, your speciality, it takes a lot of failure to achieve. Take today's failures and grow from it. Now breathe, gather yourself, and come back. No. Honestly, I'd leave just to make a point. You say grape juice, but I raise you orange juice.
Ooh.
I will say
Have you
grape...
ever had
Go on.
orange juice on a pancake?
No, that sounds like a criminal offence.
No.
Yes.
So it's basically the French grape Suzette.
Oh, okay. So not like orange juice, like orange...
Actual like
Okay.
juice. No
yeah.
bits.
Yeah, okay. I get you.
I feel like I have to defend this decision to everyone I tell about it, and they're like, "No, it's lemon and
It's
like,
just 'cause
sugar." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, but like, have you tried orange juice?"
It's just because initially I didn't understand what you meant. I thought you meant like...
You meant like squash,
Yes.
and you were like, "This bitch pouring
I was like,
concentrating water on her pancake."
who has let this heathen speak to me? You know?
This disgusting, vile mortal.
This wench.
This wench. Of course.
So, yeah. But I was going to say, good grape juice, Schler.
Oh, love that.
Yeah.
That's a Christmas.
That's
tipple.
like a Christmas special events kind of drink, non-alcoholic.
Yeah, I do. And then you
But
put it
it's
in a posh
so
glass,
good.
and then it
Yeah.
makes you feel like
Makes
you're
you feel
drinking
so fancy.
wine. I used to have, like, my mum had like these special. My granddad used to buy like crystal glasses, not worth very much, but he liked a crystal glass. And Mum and everyone always used to have like alcohol in them at Christmas, and I was like, "Can I have my orange juice in one?" And he was like, "Be very careful," and I'd like sip out of it and go.
I'd love to be able to afford like proper cut crystal glassware. It makes such a nice
these were
sound.
like
and it looks
cheapo
so
ones that you
pretty.
found, but yeah, they do look really nice.
Strangers are friends you haven't met yet, and that's a true statement. Or they'll kill you. Crystal glasses are so old people. Or is it so old people? Ooh, special recipe.
Do you not love it though? Do you not love like holding a special glass in your hand?
Like, I don't know.
IKEA glasses just don't hit the same.
Proper cut crystal, the way it sparkles and it sounds. Just so good.
Just
Ooh,
is
spicy ramen. Boar meat, flour, and chili. Okay, we could make that. How much money is it, though? Is it a main course? 144. Not bad, not bad.
They better not be calling me again.
How's the restaurant going? It's great. Let me know and we'll do some fishing. Shrimp scampi, shrimp cocktail, shrimp gumbo, shrimp by itself. What is it with this person and shrimp? You don't even sell shrimp.
How rude.
Honestly, I've never tried. They've always been a decoration at my house. So, listen. If you have any, like, good glassware, good dishes, use them. Like, saving for best is fine, but then you just never use them, you know?
That is true.
Just have, like, a microwave pizza on, I don't know, some really fancy dinnerware. You know, live your truth. Your work is paying off. I had a pair of shoppers today tell me to eat at your restaurant. Isn't that just lovely? It is. What have you got for me? I suppose I can steal some apples.
My fist.
My fist in your face.
Can you imagine?
Well, if it just went around punching produce suppliers.
Just be like, this is what you get.
They've always been a decoration at my house, or a thing to put small things like needles or keys into it. It is weird that you mentioned needles, considering the story that you told earlier.
Not needles.
Not needles. Culinary trailing.
Traumatized.
I'm struggling, mate. Listen. I think you'll learn. If you ever need us people for guidance. Okay. What have you got for me? Chilies? We could probably use some more chilies. Spinach, watercress, mint leaf. Okay. Wild tomatoes for the squid dishes. I still don't know how to upgrade the fridge.
Oh, really?
Hang on, let me Google it. Where am I? Chef RPG, how to upgrade fridge. Okay, so we need to upgrade. I need to upgrade the restaurant. I can't just upgrade the fridge, so I need 30 grand. Mother's been sort of a tailor. That's cute. My mother does a lot of sewing. Yeah, passion and dreams are what's needed in life. What are your dreams? I have a lot of plans. We'll see what works. Shop. You have nothing I need. Wait, hang on. What do I need for the ramen? Pig meat. I need to go attack a boar. Yeah, my mother used to teach sewing. She's done a lot of things. She used to make her own clothes until she realised how much cheaper it is to actually buy rather than make.
If your mum makes patterns, she can sell those digitally. There's a big market for stuff like that. Because there's like a new trend, or like an old trend, but basically everyone's starting to make their own clothes again because what they do buy is terrible quality.
Yeah.
I just feel like everything I buy now, even if it's expensive, it's just not good. Like, I bought 2 pairs of joggers, like special tall people clothes, which were like 10 times more expensive, and they've bobbled already. They've only been in the wash like twice. Actually, 3 times, but still.
Spinach and lemon.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like my mother made me quite a few dresses and clothes and stuff. I don't know, I've bought a few things from places like Shein that have lasted, you know, that I've had for quite a few years, but still. And when I was at graduation, I bought a dress, and like it was too low in the front.
Yeah, sometimes like they're like proper odd with how they're cut and everything.
Yeah, like the proportions are just really awkward. But luckily, like, we were able to sort it out, and I got some, like, fabric that matched the colours and that jazz. I'm more of a quilter myself. I've made a few quilts in the past. I made Nathan one, you know. Didn't get that back. It's fine. I put a lot of work into it, and I actually have some strips of it left.
Oh yeah.
Because I made it massive.
Right.
I think it was a huge thing. And I overmade it. So I had to take some strips off. But now I just have these strips lying around that don't match with anything, and I don't know if I'd ever be able to find that fabric again. So, we'll see.
Yeah, like when I made some trousers with my mum one Christmas, and we spent absolutely ages doing them. And I don't know, like when I was cutting out, she was like, "How big do you want them to be?" And I had a pair of like leggings or like bottoms trousers as a template that I put on top, and I was like, they're not gonna fit, even though it was like the template. I was like, I'm massive now. And so we made them absolutely huge, and you could fit one of me in each leg, basically. And so body dysmorphia who. And my mum was like, Catherine, these are too big. So she cut them down. They're still massive. I'm going to take them home when I go for Christmas, and we're going to fix them again. But there was one part where we were making them, and she was like, oh, I just need to make sure that everything's threaded through. I need a piece of material to do a test on. And I was like, oh, I'll cut you a bit. I cut a bit of the bloody leg that we just like finished sewing. And I was like, here. And she's like, oh, I don't need it now. And I was like, right. And then I moved stuff up, put stuff away, and she was like, right, give me the pattern pieces that we'd cut. And I was like, Mum, this bit's shorter. And she's like, you're joking. And I'd cut the thing. I'd cut the actual thing, and then we had to cut a whole other bit to like redo that section. And I was just like, oh, I couldn't believe it. Could not believe it.
It's amazing, like, the silly things we do when our brain's not working. But no, it's good to be able to like make your own clothes, and yeah, like to tailor them in, because you can get like really cheap clothes and just tailor them to make it look nice.
Yeah.
And things look much more expensive when they actually fit you properly.
Yes, they do.
Like, I just wear a lot of baggy stuff because, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But I'm sure I'd look a lot nicer if I had some
of
stuff that
course.
actually fit, you know.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, I'm still waiting for my order from Knock Thrice. You know, the Over the Garden Wall.
Yeah, mine took a while.
I'm so excited. I really hope they fit. I just went for the biggest size.
Oh my god. Yeah, when I went for 5XL, I was like, that'll be fine. I thought I'd ordered 3. I ordered 5.
Yeah, so, God, I hope it fits.
I'm sure it will. Mine was massive.
Yeah, but I'm massive. And I'm just like,
No.
you know, oh, if this doesn't fit, then, you know, hopefully we can alter it to make it fit. For those of you who don't know, they did an Over the Garden Wall collection of clothes.
Yeah.
And I ordered some, like I ordered a sweater, and I also got the Beatrice t-shirt as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to fit because they only had like one of the smaller sizes. But it'll be fine. What's the worst that can happen?
I'm hoping mine shrinks a bit in the tumble dryer. I'll put it on high.
I mean, if you can call it fashion related, Over the Garden Wall is generally one of the greatest animated TV series of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah, they did the 10-year anniversary
Mm.
with a little special from Aardman, didn't they?
Yeah, I thought it was so cute.
I was waiting for like the rest of it, and I was like, is that it?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But they did like the Book of the Unknown, which is like a little extra episode.
They?
Yeah. What do you mean you've
I
not
might have
heard
missed it.
about
Have I?
it?
Have I not
I
seen
think it's called Tome of the Unknown.
I might not have seen it. Shocking.
Honestly, Over the Garden Wall is
Call
just
yourself an
so
animator.
good.
It was 2013.
Like, the amount of times I say, and that's a rock fact, after I say literally anything, is unnatural. generally, if you've not watched it or heard about it, watch Over the Garden Wall. It
Oh
is
no, I
so
think
good.
I have seen it.
Oh, that's sad. Disappointing.
I thought I had extra stuff to watch. Nah, I've seen it.
I mean,
I
maybe
just forgotten I'd seen it.
maybe we can just give you like some sort of head injury.
I mean, to be honest, it sounds like I've got one already.
How much meat do I have? 43. How much meat does ramen take? It doesn't say.
I'm running on vibes and sneak at the minute, so
I'm still flabbergasted that I was tired after Sneak. Flummoxed and flabbergasted. I'm running away from this ball, by the way, because I will die
yeah,
if
I
it
was gonna say,
continues to.
get charged for your health
Yeah.
again.
But yeah, like 100. How much caffeine does it have in a can? Hang on, let me look. Good lord, why can I not read? Vitamins and minerals. So it's 0.03% caffeine. Okay. 100 mils. So. Yeah, I'm not doing that maths. Like, it says do not exceed 400 milligrams of caffeine from all sources, but it doesn't give me an exact amount of how much caffeine is in here. It just gives me a percentage, and if they think I'm doing maths, they are sadly mistaken.
Quick maths.
Quick maths. So, oh. I know the sachets have 150 in. But the fact that I am eepy and sleepy after having one.
I mean, to be fair, like, I have done that before, like, especially with the powders, but the cans, they're so, like, they're stronger than what I usually do anyway. I'm like, I've paid for this, I'm gonna, like, ration it out as much as possible. But, yeah.
I am really tempted just to get the hydrate thing. And yeah, I can't open the restaurant. I am too tired, so I'm going to bed. I forgot what I was saying. Good lord. Is this what old age is? Is this it?
I woke up and my knees really hurt, and I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
And I was like,
Hey,
my wrists,
Stinky.
and I was like, is this what it's going to be like? Just downhill from here.
Yeah. Maybe I cannot be saved. I needed to make some flour for the ramen. Because that earns money. Oh, cutscene.
Ooh.
Ooh, it's a melty man. I see La Quinoa is back in business again.
La quinoa. Sakia. Sakia?
Quinoa is
You've got me
easier.
doing it now.
Quinoa is easier to say than sequoia.
Sequoia.
Yeah. But quinoa.
Like koi fish. Sequoia.
I read.
It's a koya.
Guy wanted to see it again. You've done a great job. Thank you, chef. Haven't been your boss for some time. Vincent is fine, but I get the habit is hard to break. Sir, I will never call you Vincent for as long as I live. Looking nice. I'm glad. I'm happy to see you flourishing, rather than working for Otto.
You sound like when they get
American people to do French accents in video games. Like oh my god, the French accents in Inquisition were terrible.
Yeah.
They're like, ha ha. They might have well have just said, ha ha, baguette.
It's oui oui baguette.
Ha ha.
Also, I
Baguette.
don't know what flapjack is. The guys responsible for Over the Garden Wall worked on flapjack.
Oh, flapjack is thingy.
Helpful.
It's a kids' TV show.
Ah, okay. It's kind of weird. I don't know since I was 12 when the first was televised. I think I still watched cartoons back then. I still watch them now. Like, Over the Garden Wall. I watched the Cuphead series. I quite enjoyed that. Bit weird, but I liked it.
Did you see Bluey is getting a movie?
I have never watched Bluey in my entire life.
I'm worried that if I start watching I'll get like properly invested.
It's for children.
It's good though. It makes everyone cry.
Okay. I will not continue with the French accent. This man wants me to go alone to a haunted bathhouse. Sir? Probably not. Between 8 p.m. and midnight, okay. So Bluey is a TV... It's Australian, isn't it? I think it's an Australian, like, kids show for children. But a lot of adults have been getting really into it, apparently. Wouldn't it be funny if it's not Australian? It might not be Australian. I have no ear for accents. Like, I thought my Norwegian friend was Irish for the longest time. I'm not good at this. Like, it got really big and it's had, like, all the merch and, like, the films and stuff. But, I don't know, not for me.
Bluey is the Australian blue dog.
Yeah, so I was right with Australian. Nice. Look at me with accents. That pig just ran into me.
How rude.
Why is it not drilling? But accents are funny things. Like, I don't think I have an accent, but if I compare it to someone else, I do. Hey, we're back on accents again. We've gone a full circle.
We have.
Okay. Level up, level up. How much money do I have? I do not know. Where do I see how much money I've got? See, this doesn't help me if you don't tell me how much money I have. Suppose everyone has some accent, yeah. I really like the old accents that they used to have. It's like it's not Eurocentric. What is it? Like Euro Pacific? Like the old radio voices. But I really like that accent, but I can't remember what it's called. Not Old English. What is it called?
Received pronunciation.
Possibly. Where they have...
Yeah, RP English. Let's see.
Like the old news presenters or people on the radio or...
Yeah,
in the old
pronunciation.
films. Yeah, what is that?
Also known as Queen's English or BBC English.
Yeah. I don't know. To me, it just sounds pleasing to the ear.
Colonialism.
It's probably got to do with the vowels. It's always the vowels.
Yeah. Like the clip of those kids from like the 50s where they say, I think there will be flying cars.
I like my suitcase.
I love my suitcase.
Oh,
I go to school.
I go to school now. Oh. Honestly, I need to get offline. I need to.
Or I just like anytime I speak to someone, I'm like, they're not on. Like guaranteed, they're not online like I am. And unless they do a reference first, if I do one, they're like, what? They look at you as though you are insane.
Yeah, I'm glad that you understand me. Squid. Squid for the expensive stuff. And then shrimp for the classic.
What is your... Please help me budget this. My family is...
Family is starving.
It's like, why have we got so much shrimp? I make $4,000 and $399 is spent on shrimp.
Someone help me budget this. Oh man. Isn't RP considered like the default English accent? I don't necessarily think so. I don't know what the default English accent would be. Do we have any new equipment? No.
Because when people say an English accent, they usually think like South and receive pronunciation.
Oh, so it is the default
posh.
then.
Yeah, but then you ask them like, oh, what part of England? Like, what English accent do you like? And then it's like, oh, could you be from up north?
Up north, yeah.
Up north. Down south.
Because I won't lie, the difference between a Birmingham accent and received
Birmingham and
pronunciation
Newcastle, completely different.
Yeah.
And they're like pretty close together. Ish.
They are not. I assure
They're
you.
not. Hang on, my geography is terrible. Birmingham's kind of near you, isn't it?
It's like
Is it?
3 hours away from me.
Oh. Newcastle's like 8 hours away from me. Map of England.
Oh, yeah, Newcastle's like up,
They're kind of like near each other.
Yeah, hang on. Let me. Hang on.
And by near each other, I mean not near me.
Newcastle. It's 4 hours away. What do you mean, kind of close?
I mean, it's about as close as Norwich is to me. Not Norwich, London. London is to me.
It's. Oh yeah, we'll just nip into Birmingham for some shopping. 4 hours away.
I actually don't know where you are. Hang on. I'm not good at maths. I know where,
not good
like,
at maths.
realists. I'm not good at maths, I mean. Or maths, to be honest.
So Birmingham is 4 hours away from Newcastle, but Katie thought they were closer together.
Well, they're close on the map. They're like a finger width. That's how I measure everything.
Finger widths. Okay, Grandpa.
Yeah, it's like an inch or...
Oh, I need
2
my screen
inches.
machine. There's a joke in there somewhere, but I shall not say it. This is a family-friendly stream.
I didn't infer anything with that statement. You did.
You didn't infer, you implied.
What's the difference?
So if you're the one making the statement, then you imply something. If I'm the one receiving the statement and then making that decision, I infer.
I am horrified.
Honestly, maps fascinate me.
Oh, I just hated geography, to be fair. Like,
Yeah,
I
like-
spoke all the way through it in high school, so
I learned nothing.
Like, I can get lost in my own bedroom, but just the fact that someone has gone out in the world where there was nothing and has mapped it out and like can
doesn't seem fake.
like I can read a map and I can find my way if I have a map, but it's just confuses me.
I need that good Google Maps.
I need the Google Maps.
I would be cooked if end of the world, you know.
I remember in high school, like, they gave us ordnance survey maps of the place where we were.
Oh,
And they're really expensive maps.
Wow.
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 Wow. Yeah, I did wonder why they showed us rocks in geography. It's more geology, isn't it?
I
Like,
would have preferred geology.
proper rocks?
Proper rocks.
Proper rocks. The real question is, did you lick them to check that they were rock or bone?
Didn't lick any. We didn't get any rocks like that.
What, you weren't just given rocks for the fun of it?
No, we just looked at pictures.
Did they not trust you?
I don't know. Probably thought that we were going to throw them at each other, to be fair.
Honestly, valid.
Yeah.
We as kids, we weren't very good. Nah. Although, to be fair, I don't know how much the lick test would work if you have a really porous rock.
Can you hear that?
What?
That.
I don't know what I'm listening for.
Oh, it's like a clicking.
Oh, no.
Okay, good.
Like in Doctor Who, licking everything for information. Who did that? I'm just trying to... I used to watch a lot of Doctor Who, but now, if you ask me anything about it, I
stopped watching.
Couldn't
when David
tell you.
Tennant left.
Yeah, it's been that long, like, I couldn't tell you. Oh, Pickles.
Pickles?
Yeah, I have to do a mini game. Ah. I think for all new dishes you have to do the mini game. Ah, nuts. I am not good at skill-based challenges. I remember I used to have a friend who was obsessed with it and he got like all like the little figurines and everything. And there was one that was just a Spider Woman. That was weird. Don't know who that was. Oh, I forgot to make the tea as well. Yeah, it's fine. We'll make it through.
That was Spider Woman.
Nah, it was like half woman, half spider.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know who she was. But it was a massive figurine. I'm pretty sure that was a David Tennant one. Or was it before David Tennant? I don't know. Oh. Enough with this. The Lord is testing me right now. Damn it! I was doing so well. 91. Get in.
The mini games are kind of fun.
They are on occasion, but doing them all the time is not fun.
Yeah.
I've been binge watching Doctor Who and it's one of the best shows I've ever seen. It's surprising that the British made it. I mean, I don't know, I've seen there's some questionable things.
We do make some good telly.
Yeah, like Sherlock, Fleabag. Honestly, if I could watch Fleabag again from the first time, I would. What else have we done? I think that's about it.
Do you know what's really annoying? That I had to film all of this in different lightings, so they switch.
I'm editing, by the way.
No. That's good.
Yeah. Sorry.
What do you mean
Go for it.
Sherlock wasn't good? Oh, Poirot. Poirot's British.
Oh, Poirot is good.
I mean, Poirot's not British, but the show was set in Great Britain. But only the one with, only David Suchet as Poirot, not Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
Yep. This waitress has food in her hand and she's having a nap.
You just want to hold the food and experience it.
Miss Marple. But only with the good actress who plays her, not the other ones. Because she's had many different accents. Midsummer Murders is pretty mid. Yeah. Poirot is good. With his little grey brain cells. Brain
Yeah.
matter.
The little grey cells.
Little grey cells. I'd love to go on the Orient Express, you know. Poirot and Captain Hastings. He's Belgian.
Mm.
Just in case anyone wanted to know. Oh, we've made £6,000. Oh no, we've made 4. Wait, I don't understand. How do we make that much profit, but we gain more credits? Make it make sense. So, we can either afford to buy a house, or we save up
Right.
another £15,000 and get a bigger restaurant.
I'd go for a bigger restaurant. to be
Okay,
fair.
so we're saving our money for a bigger restaurant. Christie's book's one of the first book I'd pick for reading that was not school reading. Yeah, like, I do appreciate a bit of Agatha Christie. Miss Marple's Agatha Christie as well, I think. The only thing I liked about the Sherlock show was the acting. Can I rate you the acting with the music?
Ooh.
Yep. I'm a big fan of the music. I think it's like Irene's theme or something like that. That is so good. Do, 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 do. That one. Do, 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 do. Also, the acting was alright. I really don't like Benedict Cumberbatch.
Mm.
Maybe an unpopular opinion, but I dislike him.
Yeah, not my favourite.
Andrew Scott's good though. But he was the priest in Fleabag as well, so you know. I will admit that I've never seen like the final series of it. So like the first 2 or 3, maybe? I have seen, but I've not seen the final bit.
Hmm.
Oh, cutscene when we meet a stranger in a bathhouse. This is how I die.
Mm.
Alice, chef of Le Quinoa. Are you a ghost? I am French, from France. Ooh. You better not mouth off when we head inside. I work for Aylin, the owner of the bathhouse. And if you bug her at all, I'll not hesitate to break your fingers, comprende? Cute, I want me one of these. The boss is waiting for you inside. Mind your hands and take nothing. We don't call the cops around here. Is this like the Yakuza or something? Like, have I just entered a mafia den? The main floor looks nicer, but isn't all cleaned up yet. Some sheets still lie over the furniture, while a few pieces are entirely uncovered. Welcome to the Peony Bathhouse. Don't track any dirt inside. Follow me upstairs. Okay. Diet's a cooking game. Well, possibly. Hannibal's a chef. This looks normal. Boss, our visitor has arrived. Sit, have some tea. Allow me to introduce you to Aylin, the owner of the Peony Bathhouse. Aylin's quite a popular name. Isn't there a Dame Aylin in Baldur's Gate? Oh, she's got to be some kind of fetish for someone. A pleasure to meet you, Alice. Has Vincent told you why you were invited to this abandoned bathhouse in the middle of the night? No, not even a little bit. Good, I want to keep the contents of this meeting a secret for now. I've known Aylin for a very long time. She was the first inventor in Sequoia. I can't see le and go into Sequoia. It's either Sequoia or La Quinoa. It is not both. Even though she's a friend, she took the chance on me, and for that I must repay the kindness. Unfortunately, I am too old and frail, but I have enough trust in you that you'll be able to rise to the challenge. It's made by fetishists. I mean, aren't you simping for the goth lady? Would you be willing to help Aylin in my place? Sure. Ho ho ho! That's the spirit. Well, Aylin, it looks like my student is eager to help. I'll let you explain the situation. As you have seen, the bathhouse has been abandoned for a long time. It used to be the main draw of White Ash Harbour. People from all over the world would visit and enjoy the sulphur baths. Do you mean goths don't count? Now that it's empty, White Ash Harbour has really felt the impact and has been struggling. As you may have guessed, we wish to reopen the bathhouse. And I bet you need my help. Indeed, an important component of the bathhouse's success was the tea house. Okay, so we're making tea, I guess. We are here just making tea. Guests would often partake in some afternoon tea and desserts after enjoying their bath. Your efforts in reviving La Sequoia, see, I said it right there, have been quite successful.
Yes, you did.
And I believe you would make an excellent candidate to manage the tea house. Previously, there was no one else who could do it. Before I can hand over an important part of this operation, we'll need some help with getting the bathhouse up and running. If you assist with rebuilding, I'll be comfortable with you taking the tea house. Do you mean you don't trust me? Trust and belief are two very different things. I believe that you have abilities that are useful to this town and myself. Trust requires time. I will need to know that you have whatever it takes to uphold the reputation of this establishment. Nadjet can give you all the list of items we need to open the bathhouse. It's getting late. Discretion is key. Don't mention it. Follow me downstairs, deviate, and there will be bruising of some kind. Oh my. Don't threaten me with a good time.
He's like, I will end you. You're like, ooh, stop flirting.
Like, oh my, be still my beating heart.
Oh, yeah. Goodness.
Like, imagine they torture you and you just start getting really into it.
God. And they're like, what is wrong with you?
What is happening here?
There was a trend online where people were pretending that they'd been kidnapped, and they were like, "Oh my god, you chose me."
Honestly, that would be me. I'd be like, "Oh, you picked me out of everyone. Me."
Yeah, what made you choose me?
Do you like me?
I just complain a lot. I'd just be like,
Okay, so we need copper pipes. Ooh. I don't know where we get copper from. If it's the goth clerk, I mean, you see, everyone's got a type. Task is more important for revitalizing. That is a word, isn't it? Yeah. Revitalizing. Okay. Do you know more about them? I do, but their secrets are not mine to share. Perhaps they'll tell you more when you get to know them. Truth be told, my pride is at fault here. I left for Billboard City to make a name for myself because it is the mecca of food. After everything she had done for me, I left this town and her behind. I shuttered Le Sequoia, even though it was doing fine without me, because I wanted to believe it couldn't run without me. When you get to my age, you find a lot of regrets to ponder over. And now I sound like I'm in the mafia. I made him an offer I couldn't refuse. He couldn't refuse. Not
I made myself an offer. Me when I go into a bakery.
I'm not good at this, okay? This is why I don't do voices in games. Or in D&D. So the bathhouse and restaurant must exist to help the town thrive. This is why helping her is so important, and you shouldn't let your pride get into the way. You're doing better than me, and that's all I ever wanted. Good night. Au revoir, amigo. Okay. Bum, bum. I wonder if I can get lemons. Oranges and lemons ring the bells of St. Clements. I walked into a pole. It's fine. Okay, so the quest is just speak to Goth Lady about crafting pipes. Being terrible makes it even more interesting. Professionalism is no fun. I don't know. I think I'd like to be good at something. I've yet to find what that something is, but I'm sure it's out there. Okay. Listen, you say it's when everything crumbles and you have to improvise. If you've never played D&D with KD, but she is the most chaotic person you could ever ask for. You cannot plan for anything that she does.
Well, you were there in the session where I refused to apologise.
Yeah, so she refused to apologise to some old people for. Did you rob them? I think
we tied them.
You
up,
tied them up.
Because we went to go. It was like a fetch quest, and we went in there and we tied them up, and eventually, like the rest of the team, like untied them and apologized, and they got the thing. But they were like, "We're gonna give you the thing if Ren apologizes," and I refused. And I went up. I climbed a tree, and then I rolled so badly I fell out, and I was 1 hit point away from death, and I had to crawl to the door and apologise. I don't know. It's
just because you refused.
I don't know why I did it. It was funny at the time.
And then that one time where you were just happy with like the little goblin slave, and Nathan got so angry, like his character stormed off, and he was actually quite annoyed after the session. And you're like, yeah, no, this seems normal that this man has a little goblin slave. And then Nathan came back.
No, we were gonna free him, but his character wanted to do it
then and there.
And I was like, oh, we're gonna like just find out what they know first. But yeah, his character was not having any of it.
Yeah.
And then there was also the time when we went to the fairground. She did the one shot with
Kalimba.
Kalimba,
honestly, Kalimba is a little fat kid. at a
It's on
carnival
the children's ride.
who's on the children ride just getting terrorized
I
by
lassoed him and swung him around. And then when the mum came in, I lassoed her as well.
Lassoed
swung
her.
around. And then at the end, to like stop them from like calling the guards or anything, I was like, "Here, take this key. You'll find the
Yes.
treasure." And it was just a random
I
key that
remember
I found.
you just gave a random key to a kid and said, "Oh, this will unlock your destiny," and the child was just like, "Ah."
Yeah,
Oh,
it was a good one.
So when you talk about improvising,
Oh my god, do you remember the I was trying to get that beautiful horse from the guy, and
yeah,
I'd set it up that I'd worked in the tavern in previous sessions. I'd
Yeah.
just like go behind the bar and start serving people.
yeah,
And basically for me, I was really trying to get this horse, and I was like, I can't afford it. But I was like, oh, have you spoken to the guards? You're basically abetting theft and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, this goblin has run away with one of the guards' wives, and they're going to live a new life, and I'm going to be like, it's all your fault, and
Yeah.
they're going to arrest you. And I failed every roll, but it was good.
you did, and honestly, I think if Sco hadn't have been there, you would have been arrested. Like,
Yeah.
just absolute nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of lasso and trying to like swing people around, and
We fought some cultists.
Yeah.
And as we were
Thigley.
going down into Bigley. Wait,
Do you remember Thigley?
Thigley, that's it. I kept getting the priest's name wrong on
Yeah,
purpose.
so the priest's name was Thoros, and Katie refused to call him Thoros. So there was a good, like, every conversation she'd say Thigley, or just make up other names beginning with th.
Yeah. And Alice was getting like his character was getting like more and more annoyed. I was like,
Yeah.
suspicious. And then what else was there? Yeah, so we went down into these tombs to fight some cultists, and I lassoed one with like and I rolled for like acrobatics or something and like threw them in the hole. Like the tunnel down the steps before they'd even started attacking us.
And then they took this cultist that they'd tied up and just took him to one of the guards, fully tied up, beaten up, battered and bruised. And they said to the guards, "Oh, this man is a cultist." And everyone got really upset when the guards just didn't immediately believe them. Like, I remember you and Sco like trying emphatically to say that this man is this man who you have tied up, beaten to within an inch of his life, trying to convince the guards that, hey, this guy's actually
He
a bad
deserved
guy.
it.
Yeah.
And what else was there? So like Ren is a kleptomaniac, so she can't help but see it. Like once she has it, then she can let it go. But she like every grave or like bit that they come across, she'd have to like go and get it. Like just go in, but she didn't want to like hurt herself, so Sco's character would just be like, "Oh, just stand here for me," and it'd be like he'd take the damage.
Yeah.
Or like there'd be a trap and it would spring on him instead.
We need to have another session. Like, I'm more than happy to DM.
Yeah,
I love D&D so much.
sounds good.
I realise we've gone off on a complete tangent, but I hope you have enjoyed the picture of Bianca, who has been gracing our screens.
Very much.
So we need her for some copper pipes. And I don't think she likes the fact I didn't tell her what it was for. But hey, snitches get stitches and end up in ditches. 5 copper, 5 iron, and 5 bottles of vodka. Good lord, she's an alcoholic. Believe me, I've more than enjoyed it. I can't tell if that's sarcasm. Like, I genuinely cannot tell if that is or not. If it is sarcasm and you haven't, then I'm really
think that's
sorry.
Real. Like the art is nice.
Oh, the art. I thought you meant us talking. What do you mean you're not here for us?
It's here for
Hey.
the goth girl.
I see how it is. So I'm here for your flour and your cream for the ice cream. Okay. Let's go resupply. Because the vodka's not out until night time, because we can't make our own. I mean, it's nice talking and watching the game, but, you know, I see how it is. I see how it is. Maybe my next stream should just be like a slideshow of goth girls. I'd probably... Honestly, people would probably enjoy that more, let's be real.
I did have an emo phase, to be fair, when I was in high school.
See, I don't think I had any phases.
I literally only had that phase because everyone, like, all my other friends and I wanted to be included.
Mm.
Otherwise, I just would have worn, like, a black t-shirt and a red jacket for as long as they fit me. Like, I wasn't really interested in fashion and I wasn't that confident with, like, what looked good. So I was, like, just t-shirt and jeans kind of girl.
Potato and lobster. Where do we get lobster from? I suppose we can put that on the menu. I think I will do one more service, then I will call it for today. Shall we remember the tea this time?
Okay.
We shall make them some tea. Some fruit tea. Okay. What do you mean our menu's not ready? Oh, it's just... I hate that it does this. Every time you make tea, it just deselects everything. But I think that's because it's just a bug. This game is still early access.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I hope, at least. Okay, we have tea. Let's go. No, open there. Never had a phase. I was too much of a quiet kid. I was pretty talkative for a quiet kid. Weird. I mean, I was a bit... Why is this red? Why is my blender red? I don't know. Avant-garde. You mean like flamboyant? Or just slightly different? Because I tend to be quite quiet unless I know people. Like I'd rarely initiate conversations with people who I did not want to talk to. Although in saying that, the dude from high school still wants to date me, so I was doing something right, apparently.
Oh, is he still, like, in your DMs?
No, I've blocked him now. Both accounts.
He was determined.
Listen, I don't know what it is about me, but, you know. Man, look, take no. It just sounds fancy. It's French for hello.
It's French for hello.
Oh, I hate the eating sounds you randomly hear in this game. It's just like a random slurping noise, and I'm like, no thanks. Not for me. Not for me. Like, I don't know why the music stops when you're in service.
Mm.
I don't know, it's a bit weird, isn't it?
Ooh, we are on a break.
No, it's fine. Making pancakes, making bacon pancakes. I'm never sure when to close the restaurant, like... Because you have to serve everyone who's in already, but then I don't want... Oh, I suppose if orders are piling up, I'll just turn it off. I'll close the shop. I don't find it difficult to initiate conversation, but doing the actual talking's a challenge. I mean, I don't know. I'm like an oversharer, and I think I'm really good at carrying conversations.
It really depends on how I'm feeling. Like I
Yeah.
can just I can yap,
Yeah, I
but
am a
whether I
yapper.
like say something, or like go off topic, I'm so. I speak to you guys online
Mhm.
and like in a voice call and stuff. I don't really see people in person much, and I definitely found it more difficult when I went to Berlin to an animation festival, and there was like network and stuff. And I just found it so difficult to like know how to start a conversation with someone that I didn't already know. So yeah,
Is that what you
Need
you
to-
did the vlog for that, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's a good
yeah. Oh
vlog.
god. Oh, it's horrendous. My friends are going back again this year, but I am not. They asked me if I want to go, and I was like, I can't afford another.
I was gonna
Trip like
say, like,
It was $1,000
yeah,
in total for that one, and I was like, I can't.
can't do it.
Especially as I'm going to Disneyland Paris
Mm.
in thingy.
I want to go to Disneyland. I just want to travel, but I'm scared of traveling alone.
I can't wait.
Do it.
If you want to do the Northern Lights with me,
Yes.
my sister will plan it, and we'll go.
Absolutely.
Do like 4 days in Tromsø. Do you fancy
Sure.
it?
Sign me up.
Gosh, yeah.
I have a passport and everything.
I think I need to get mine renewed next year. Oh, actually, that's a good point. If I'm going Paris, I think it renews in like October, so I should be good for.
Yeah,
Should
but
be good for-
there's like that thing where it has to be like within 6 months.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, we don't want you getting stuck in France.
Francais.
France. You've seen the like beauty queen Miss World or whatever it is, and they're all introducing themselves, and they're like, Miss Spain, Miss Portugal, and then it's just like France. Have you seen it?
Oh yes, I have. Yeah.
Honestly, 99% of what I say is white noise, but I like to think people appreciate that I want to speak to them. Sometimes they don't, and they tell me to leave them alone, but still. I live to harass them another day. We're just
Oh, it's got to be at least 3 months.
3 months.
After the date you plan to leave. Have an expiry date at least 3 months. After the date you plan to leave, yeah. So May, June, July. Yeah, well, I'll double check.
You'll be
that.
cutting it close.
I will. I might have to renew before I go then.
Yeah. Imagine caring about what people think.
Oh.
I mean, I just don't want people to hate me.
I would like upsetting someone is like the worst.
Yeah.
Unless they're a terrible person. Then I
Yeah,
could care less, but-
like sometimes I'm ready to throw hands. Like, don't get me wrong. If you upset me, I will tell you in no uncertain terms. But like general day-to-day stuff, you know, I don't want to. I don't want to annoy someone. You know, if I'm annoying, tell me and I'll leave you alone. Depending on who you are. Like, Katie, if you told me I was annoying you, I'd probably leave you alone for that day, but I'd still send you messages afterwards like, are we friends?
Oh, we would.
Are we
I
friends?
don't know. That would like the when we played D&D and that guy was like, I hate her. That like that shit me up. I was like, oh my god, was I really annoyed?
I thought you were brilliant. Like, he was...
He was not loving the fact that I didn't
Nah.
want to, he was trying to force me to drink this tea in the tavern in roleplay, and I was like, my character doesn't drink it. And he
No,
just
he was-
literally just
Was it...
kept trying to force me to drink
Yeah.
this tea, and I was like,
And
there's
then-
a metaphor in here somewhere.
And then he, when the party was settling down at night, he's like, oh,
Got out his bongos.
yeah, I'll bring out my bongos and play some soothing bongos to get everyone to sleep. And then Kitty's character Ren just rolls over and says, will you cut it out? I'm trying to sleep here.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you
That's
did.
probably why he didn't like me.
And then
I can't remember.
he
that.
also got really annoyed that I gave the group like loot rather than dividing it out between everyone. You know, like if they did a job and were given 100 gold pieces, then he would.
That's another thing.
They
'cause
would
I was
give
like,
100.
They handed me the coins because I was like the klepto. And I had to like hold it first, and then I was gonna like divvy it out. But I'd like buy things for the group as well, so I'd like hold all the money, which we agreed before he joined. Because he joined like a couple of sessions in, and we'd already like established that, and he was really angry with that.
Yeah, that I didn't say. Okay, so everyone gets like 25 gold pieces, and I'm like, no, that's not how. That's not how this works, you know.
He kept trying to like correct you and DM the group basically, and was interrupting you a lot.
Yeah, and fair enough. You know, I think I was still new to it then. So fair enough on some things, but on other things, if I've said something, that is what will happen, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm reasonable, but if you know, like, if Ren wants to throw herself off a tree, then Ren will throw herself off a tree to avoid saying sorry.
Yeah, and there's a couple of things where I was like, oh, can I do this? And he was like, no, that's not the way spells work, or something. And I was like, oh, I just thought it would be funny. Like, you can say no.
Did you not try and, like, climb up a house at one point? And I said, oh, roll me a this check. And he's like, it's actually this check. And I'm like, did I stutter, good sir?
There is a thing where it's like you can bend the rules a little bit. Like if it's going to be funny, like you accept it. But like, you know, if it's going to break like the pattern of like the rules you've had so far, and it's not like equal for everything. He was saying that he had a DM that he was like super strict.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that he was just trying to force those rules on us in the new group.
Yeah.
And then what was it? He kept saying something else as well.
I don't know.
But yeah, he was quite quite like
at the end
argumentative.
when we like weren't playing anymore, he sent me multiple pages of notes about how much of a bad DM I
terrible.
was and how awful I was. But it's weird
and
because
how much he hated me.
Yeah.
Like unreal.
Which is like, you say things can go off the rails, and they might have done it a few points, but like everyone in the group was fine with that apart from him.
Yeah.
Like it was part of the fun, and you still did all the quests and stuff, you know.
Yeah, it really wasn't that bad.
Yeah. And everyone wants to roleplay their character. They did. They wanted to be like this edgy. Oh, I can't remember what they were. I want to say it was like
he was a drow. Or like half drow, and I was half drow as well.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, everyone's like so mean to me, and all of this. He's like, 'cause I'm half drow, and I was like, I'm half drow, and he's like, oh, are you?
Yeah.
And I think he thought I'd like stole his backstory.
Yeah, it was just a bit much, but we should play again. I'll message Sko and see if he wants to do something.
Sure.
Cool. But I
love that.
think for streaming I am going to call it here. Because we've been going
near... I
nearly...
realised it's like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, 10 o'clock in nearly 3 hours. So...
Ooh.
I don't actually know how much more content there is left in this game, because it is early access.
Oh, really? Are you quite far ahead then?
Yeah, so I saw a thing that says that once you open the tea shop, that's as far as it...
Oh, right.
As far as it gets. So... We'll see. I might have something new to play next time.
Okay.
It'll be fine. Well,
very nice.
Thank you for spending this time with us. We appreciate it. Also, thank you again for the resubscribe if you're still here and listening. I do really appreciate it. Great, because I'm in need of a shower and I couldn't just leave. You have permission to leave. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I hope you don't stink anymore.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.